The mother says, hide quickly. Zoe quickly hides under the hospital stretcher. Just then, a rich woman walks into the room. She throws money at the woman lying on the stretcher and says, here is all the money. Now give me my son. The mother cries and says, no, I have thought about it. I don't want your money. I will never give you my son. At that moment, Zoe quietly ties the rich woman's feet together with a scarf while hiding under the stretcher. The rich woman angrily says, we already made a deal. Give me the baby before my husband gets here. She tries to take the baby by force, but she falls because her feet are tied. The mother quickly helps Zoe come out from under the stretcher, and they both run away. The rich woman comes out of the room, but a doctor stops her and says, you are not well. You cannot leave your room. The rich woman gives the doctor a bundle of money and says, catch that woman. She is running away with my son. I will give you a lot of money. The doctor looks at the money and becomes greedy. He says, don't worry, I will stop her. The doctor follows the poor mother and stops her on the way. He says, you just had a baby. You need to rest. If you want, I can hold your baby for you. The mother says to Zoe, don't worry, we can trust him. She gives her baby to the doctor. Just then, the rich woman arrives and shouts, give me my son. The poor mother cries and says, please don't give him my baby. He is my son. But the doctor has already taken the money. He says, sorry, this baby belongs to this mother. Then he gives the baby to the rich woman. The poor mother cries and begs, but no one listens to her. Finally, she leaves with her daughter. A little later, the rich woman's husband arrives. He is very happy to see the baby, and they go home together. The doctor takes out the money from his pocket and says to himself, what have I done? I took a baby away from his real mother. I must fix my mistake. A few days later, the rich woman and her husband are eating together. At that moment, Zoe secretly takes the little baby with her mother's help and quickly brings him back to her mother. The mother smiles and says, my daughter is very brave. Zoe happily says, now I can play with my little brother. The mother runs away with both of her children. A few moments later, the rich woman looks for the baby, but he is gone. She becomes scared and says to her husband, where is our baby? Someone took him. They quickly start looking for the baby. Soon the man sees the poor mother holding the baby. He stops her and angrily asks, what are you doing with my son? The woman cries and says, he is my son. Your wife wanted to buy him with money, but I said no. The man says in surprise, I don't believe you. The woman replies, if you don't believe me, come to the hospital and ask the doctor. The doctor knows the truth. Just then the rich woman arrives and says, she is lying. This is our baby. The poor mother says, please come with us. You will know the truth. Everyone goes to the hospital. They stand in front of the doctor and ask, tell us the truth. Whose baby is this? The doctor stays quiet for a few seconds. The rich woman signals him to stay silent. But the doctor says, I cannot lie anymore. This baby belongs to this woman. He is not your wife's baby. The husband looks at his wife in anger and says, you took a baby away from his real mother just because of money? I never thought you could do something like this. He gives the baby back to his real mother and says, I am sorry for everything that happened. Then he turns to his wife and says, our relationship is over. I'm divorcing you. He walks away. The woman cries and runs after him.